Hello guys and welcome back to another class of our course about the complete introduction to Photoshop. So in today's class we are still going to talk about colors and we are going to learn how to use the curves feature a little bit more in an advanced way. So basically in the past few classes we talked about the colors. So basically the darkest part should be black, the brightest part should be white, and the middle color should be somewhere around the gray. And this is exactly where we are going to put all this into application. So first of all, what you guys would need is simply to import a picture. So basically here, as you can see, I have a picture and I have created a layer of the picture. So you can work directly on the smart object, it doesn't really matter. So first thing, as always, what we'll do, we'll simply click on the color feature, and what we want to work with the curves. So basically, this is our picture right now, and what we want to do with this picture is pretty simple. We want to have the real colors or the natural colors from this picture, and it's possible to have. So as you can see, this picture at first is more, tends more to the pink, and it's more, it tends more to the red/pink. So basically it's not you have the natural colors of the picture. Here you have blue, but it's not like the real picture in itself. So what we want to do right now is simply go and get the natural colors of this picture and try to keep the quality as good as possible. So first thing that we want to do, instead of playing with the curves instead of playing with everything right here, it's gonna be good but not as good as we want it to be. So first thing, we'll simply click on auto and see what it looks like. So okay, basically that's not bad, but that's still not what we are looking for. So what we'll do, we are going to work with the three little things right here. So pretty simple. This is the darkest color, this is the brightest color, and this is the gray color inside of our picture. So we'll start with the darkest color right here, and what we want to look for, the darkest part of the picture. So if we look at this picture, the darkest part would be somewhere right here. So as you can see, the trees right here are really black. So we can go and look for this part of the pic. So we can go and click on them. So once again, if you click on a bright part, this means that this bright part right here, for example, you want it to be darkest part. So it won't make sense. So as you can see, it doesn't make sense at all. So once again, what we want to look for, the darkest part inside of the picture. So once again, we have those trees right here. Second thing, we want to have the brightest part of the picture. So here we are going to select the little, this thing, and we want to look for the brightest part inside of the picture of this picture. So once again, if you want it to be really the brightest one, you can look for the brightest part. If you don't want it to be too bright, you can look for a part that is bright but not too bright. So once again, we are going to look for the brightest part. Here, I think it's pretty bright, so we can select the part right here. And finally, this one right here, this one is more optional. In some pictures, it's gonna bring great result. In others, it's not gonna bring too much result. So let's say this one right here. So this is let's say in the middle. So basically we are looking for the color gray. So basically we want the part that is the most neutral, so between white and black, so the grayest part. Once again, as I said, this one is really optional. In some cases it's gonna bring a certain difference. In other cases it will not bring no difference. So what we'll do, we'll simply try to find the grayest part in the picture. And here we can find it maybe in the clouds. So we can try right here. So it gives a more greener effect. So as we can see, when we are looking for this, when we are looking for the grayest part, what's happening, it gives us more a vintage effect. So a vintage effect that tends more to the blue or to, for example, the green, and it's more, as you can see, winter colors. So in this case it's more winter colors, which makes sense because as you can see there is no leaves on the trees on this picture, so it makes sense. It's not winter, but it's late autumn, so basically November month colors. So right now if we compare this picture with this picture right here, so here we have a nice picture that is that's a picture, but as we can see, there is a pink color around the picture, and it's not, well, we can't really see the natural colors of the picture, but here we really have the natural colors of the picture, and we can really see the autumn in this picture. So basically we can say that it's cold, the colors are more cold, and basically this is exactly what we see in this picture right here. And as you can see, I did it in only 3 clicks, so pretty simple. I just select the darkest part of the picture, the brightest part, and finally I select the grayest part of the picture. So we can do this with our other pictures. So for example, this picture right here that we have created, we can work on it as well. We can work with other backgrounds. So I should have some other backgrounds right here. There we go. We have one background right there. So just close all the other backgrounds. And we will take away our tour. Great. So same thing right here. Let's say we want to work with this background right there. What we'll do, we'll simply bring on the curves. And pretty much same thing. What we want to do is simply select the brightest part of the picture. Once again, here I think it's pretty bright, so we can select it. Once again, it's more white. So here it really depends what you guys want from the picture. So if it's too bright, as you can see, this is exactly what we will have as, this is exactly what we will have. So you don't want to select a part that is too dark, but once again, you don't want to select, you don't want to select a part that it's too dark. So as you can see, this is, basically this is the tool that we need. Here we go. All right. This one right here makes more sense. And this one will be the darkest. So basically here we'll want to select the darkest part of the picture. So we have the trees right here. So as you can see, it gives a certain effect to the picture. And finally, the grayest part of the picture. So basically it's gonna be the color right there. So here we go. Doesn't change completely the picture, but it gives a certain effect to it. So here we go. So this is the picture without the effects. Well, this is the picture without the effects. This is the picture with the effects that we have brought to it. So as you can see, the differences are in some cases, differences are not that, can't be really seen. So for example, in this picture, we can clearly see that the picture have been worked. So it already have been modified on Photoshop. And here we worked it a little bit more, so we can see the colors a bit better. There is no pink lightning, so here it's way more, there is more pink. With when we worked on the picture, we worked, we can see more the blue, so there is the blue color, there is more, straight in the picture. So as you can see what this does, so basically it will simply change the effect of the picture. So let's try it with another background. So for example, this one, we have the beach right here. Once again, we can work this background out. So pretty simple. We'll just go on curves right here. And from this moment, what we can do is pretty much the same thing. So we have the darkest part of the picture. So we want to look for something that is pretty dark. So here we have our darkest part. So as you can see, automatically when we have selected the darkest part of the picture, all the trees became a little bit more darker. So we can see more the trees inside of this picture. And this one will be the brightest part of the picture. So here we can, for example, select the sand that is pretty bright. Right. Just do it again. So darkest part right here, brightest part somewhere on the sand, and finally the grayest part. So basically the part that is the most neutral, and there is no gray right here. So in my opinion, there is no need to use the gray color, so we'll just not use it. So this is with the modifications, this is without the modifications. So as you can see, without the modification, so there is not a big difference, but we can see the difference. So basically with the modifications, the green becomes more greener. Here, this blue right there becomes way more blue than on this picture. So basically the colors are way more brighter or straight to your face. We can say, if we can say it this way. If you guys want to play a little bit more with the pick, it's pretty simple. You can just select places that are less brighter than the sand. And in this case, what's gonna happen is that the picture will become a little bit less brighter. Well, not less brighter, but the effect will be a little bit more different. But besides of that, as you can see, what it does, it really modifies the picture in a way that is pretty cool. So I hope right now you guys know how to use the curves tool to be able to work with your pictures and modify them really easily without necessarily needing to do anything else. Well, you can do other things, of course, but with this you will have a good basis to start the color modification of your picture. So that's it for this class, guys, and see you all in our next class.